Live on YouTube. Let me make sure my mic is on the right input. It is not. There we go. Now it's on the right input. There we go. Now. Okay, we are live on both. Looks like laptop is up to date there. So making sure my laptop is up to date on the YouTube side, then we will get started. And yes, I will be turning on the light here in just a sec, because I know that my lighting is currently on the dim side. Just want to make sure that my laptop is up on everything so I can see if anyone pops in, see if anyone wants to say hello. Okay, looks like we are good on both. Sweet. So, I'll take these little bits here that I've been working with, set these off to the side. Got my lovely Erasmus there. Today we are going to be working on some Forge World stuff. I've got a few boxes to work with. We're going to start off with some Venatari. The Legio Custodes Venatari. The thing I dislike about Forge World models is their resin, so I can't use plastic glue on them. But oh well. So I was thinking I'm probably going to do most of these guys with, or at least one full squad of maybe the lances. Let me double check on their loadout for it. Custodes. These are the Venatari. So I can either give them the Kinetic Destroyers or the Venatari Lance. If they have the Destroyer, they have the Buckler for weaker melee attacks. So basically the Buckler just makes them overall weaker, but gives them one extra wound. So I think we'll do 6 lances and 3 bucklers. I think that'll be fair. Okay. Okay. So then, okay, let's get all of these together. I'm guessing that these must have been on here at one point. Get back here. Hey, Rue. How you doing? Okay, here's some pistols, which we're not going to use these pistols on these guys. Or at least on this build. Okay, so these are pieces A, I'm thinking. Yes. Oy. Forge World always likes to make things less straightforward. Make some space. That way I can crack open a drink. And have room to work. Sec, had a little pop-up notification on my laptop. There we go, now I can see the chat again. We have part A. And this is part C, which hilariously is missing 2 pieces, so that's awesome. These are parts unknown, not labeled. Hey, Rue, what's up? Yes, you're a pretty pup. Yes, you are. Not sure, but I'm guessing that each of these must be the exact same, if that's the case. So we have the wing pieces. Then we have these weapons. Okay, so here's a B. Here's a C. And then this is an A. These are likely the exact same style, so let's go back there. Going to assume that these are the... Nope, these are B's. Or at least these 2 pieces are B. So we'll put that with them. Then these are A. This is a B. This is an A. Okay, these are B and A, so these are the buckler shields. Yeah. So not using these bucklers. We have 3 torso fronts, which these are hilariously unlabeled. But I assume all the torso fronts are the exact same. Of course, one goes flying. You guys are flyboys, but y'all don't need to start flying right now before y'all are assembled, you know? Okay, so these arm pieces are not labeled. These heads are labeled A, B, and C. This must be torso C. Yep. Okay, we have one free floater there. We have another free shield there. We have that. Interesting. It looks like we are missing one of these waist pieces. Because the loincloths... Yeah, because loincloth B is a thing. So we have unknown loincloth. To be fair, B looks like he already has a cloth there, where A and C do not. So I think that that's fine. I feel like the instructions for this have been updated since its original printing or original creation. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's an A. And this is torso A. Or I guess back A, but still. Same difference. Just see what fits together and go from there. Yeah, that fits. Okay, now for the part that I hate about all resin models. The glue. So I'm gonna double check that all of these torsos fit about the same. Yep, and... Yep, okay. So all the torsos are basically the same. Don't have much of the thick stuff that takes several seconds to dry, but I have a lot of the thin stuff that just basically dries the second it touches something. And of course, it got a little bit on the lid, so yay, it's sticking. Have I mentioned I hate super glue in previous streams? Because I do hate super glue. Hate everything about it. Hate the way it works. Hate the way it bonds. All honesty, just like if I could make these guys without super glue, I would. I'm gonna need like... Hey, Dark Mage, welcome in. Gotta grab a piece of rubber or something to actually open this stupid container. Or something, because my grip just ain't good enough to get a good grip on this and actually get this lid off. Fucking hate super glue. Knowingly, I bought these models before I knew that they were like heavy on needing super glue. I get them and surprise! Let's go bend that. Oh. I forgot to stop my walk timer. Super glue. And we'll try using what I have left of the thick thicker, slow-drying super glue. Come on. Ah, come on. Dispense. Dispense, damn you. It's almost out. Oh, come on. Come on. Now you got it in you. Okay. We got a drop on each side. A small victory in and of itself. That wasn't the piece that I'd cleaned off. This was. There. Not enough. Not enough. Again, fucking hate super glue. It feels blasphemous to say those words in a Warhammer assembly stream. Actually, okay, good. Didn't get any on my fingers yet. Got this. Now I can use some of the accelerator. Good, that's solid. Like, that is the one thing I do like about super glue, is that when you put it on and you use the accelerator, the shit is just solid. Just don't make any mistakes or get it on your fingers, because that shit is also solid. Okay. Good. So, at least have one body somewhat done. Now then, this looks like his loincloth. Yep. Words I never expected I would say. For 100, please. That looks like his loincloth. Okay, so got that. I'm gonna go and put the accelerant on the back side of this. I will use my knife to make sure that this is a little bit cleaner. Yeah. And just put just a little spray on the back of this. Well, I guess his, I see, yeah. That's not a hole, that's literally just a piece where there was resin left on. Gotcha. Okay. Now we have right shoulder, left shoulder. Yes. So here's one of his two shoulders. Good. Then other shoulder, I'm guessing, yeah, all of these shoulders are the same. So these must be their left shoulder pads then, or whichever one is specific, not specific. Wish they had better pictures on these. Okay, so we are doing his weapons next. So we have arm A. I guess that's an A. That looks kind of like an A. Okay. And we have Lance A. Okay, so do I want his lance to be kind of up? Yeah, I'm cool with the lance being kind of up, or I could have it straight out. Let's see how that looks. Actually, I can go ahead and glue the hand on. So, let's go ahead and get just a drop of glue. Stop stringing, thank you. And I want to get just a... Get back here. Let me get a little bit of the accelerator onto the arm. There we go. Very good, very good. Okay. Not going to use accelerator here because my luck, the accelerator would freeze it as soon as it started touching the body, and it would be locked in place before I could actually get anything done. Already getting some stuck on my fingers, so yay. Okay. So far, so cool. Then we've got head A. Ready? It was facing the right way forward first. There we go. Got the head in. Now, I think here. Looks like the left shoulder pad on each of them looks to be this. I don't want to get this backwards. I always get stuff backwards. Let me grab a regular Custodes and make sure that I've got the right arm going to the right spot. Yeah, looks like the big eagle wing side is on the left. Or I guess their right. Yeah. My left, their right. So this goes here. Okay. The next shoulder. It's right here. Okay. Cool. So he's got his two shoulder plates. Now we start assembling the wings on his back. Okay. Cool. That just goes in like that. Yeah. Very good. Okay. Wing 1 going in. Cool. Wing 2 going in. Oh, just stay in there. Stay there. Hey, can we stay? Of course, now it's getting glue on my fingers, which is going to be awesome. Favorite feeling in the world. Favorite feeling in the world. Like finger skin crusting up because of glue. Okay. Good. That freezes up both the wings. Then he's got some little vent covers, which are these things. Yeah, okay. So, just a tiny dab of glue here. Okay. Thing is, I don't think I got enough on here. For obvious reasons. Had I gotten enough, then it would have actually been able to do it here. I hate how small these are. Because there's literally no way for me to touch them without getting glue on my fingers. Okay, just a little off the center of it, or a little off touching. That's pretty good. Okay. Now. Oh, please, don't bond to my skin. Bond to the damn model. Okay. There. Okay, one Venatari done. 8 more to go. We're on to B. Oh, they've got some good texture on those boots. Weapon B. Right? Yes. Torso B. Okay, so we got that. Now, a little bit of accelerant on the chest. Well, it's way too much, but hey, it'll work. As long as I put it on right side up first time. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay. Still some accelerant on the inside of the torso, so that was able to bond that pretty quick. Now we're on to arm B here. Okay, this guy, he has his weapon like so. Yeah. Again, there was still some activator on the torso here, so that caused that to bond very quickly. Okay. Good. So now we've got next shoulder plates. Good. It's there. Then we have the B plate, which is here. Okay. Good. Ah, that's what I missed. I missed doing the little leg pieces on the other guy. Of course, they don't... Well, they do kind of have finished pictures for them. Yeah, okay. I'll get the little leg piece or little plate covering thingies for their legs here in a minute. Okay. Good deal, good deal. Actually did a game with one of my buddies the other day with my Custodes. And it was actually pretty close. It was Custodes versus Drakari. And up until literally the last turn, we were staying within about 2 or 3 points of each other. I had the initial lead, and he got some... he managed to catch up pretty quick due to a very good objective roll for him and a very bad objective roll for me. So I wound up getting an objective that required me to do activations or actions, yeah. And it's like, well, my Custodes, I don't have very many units, so being forced to waste 1 unit for an action kinda hurts. should lock that in pretty quick. Okay, so this one, I'm going to put the glue on the wing this time because there's some activator in that channel still. So this is going to bond very fast. Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. Now he needs his head. Yeah, that's good. Then we need to get these little leg thingies on these guys. Looks like they are all the same. Cool. So it's not going to be a, this plate goes on this leg, that plate goes on that leg, and if you get it backwards, you have fucked the model. Ah, there's the last two. It's like, I know there should be enough, right? Okay, so these at least say A on them. And these say B. So that one's A. Oh, Forge World. You make the most complicated models. Cool. Come on. Just a little bit there. Yep. That was probably too much, but hey, whatever. There. At least gets that in place. Is it ideal? No. But hey, it's there. Okay. This guy. So we've got his B plates, which are here. Yes. Of course, one of the two breaks away cleanly, the other one decides to not. Okay. That goes there. And this other one will go right on the other side. Okay. That's not how that goes on. Okay, that'll work there. Next, we've got C, which, G, I wonder which pieces go with C. Could it be the only ones I've got left? Maybe. Wait, I thought I clicked through that. There we go. Come on. Thought I moved the camera to the right enough that I wouldn't be doing that unintentionally. Because I moved the camera around earlier just to make sure that I've noticed that I have a unconscious tendency to like start moving over to the right. So I was like, okay, I'll move the camera to the right. That way, as I do this unintentionally, I'll just automatically have the camera in the right spot. What do? Immediately I start working like way over here, like,
no, you cannot see my work. I do not want you to see it. It's mine.
It's like, no, let's not do that. Come on. Okay, that one's there. Yeah, I should probably get his loincloth on first. Get back here. Really? How's that supposed to fit? Right. Like, literally, they're showing that the loincloth for C goes, like, off to his left leg, but that's weird. It's like they gave different sculpts than they used to have. Because B has more this cloth here that's going off to the right. And the leg position fits better for that. Whatever. One last arm. Here we go. So there's 2 arms for C. This one looks right, though. Yeah, that one is right. So we'll just do a little bit of glue there. A little bit of glue there. Just jab that in there. Okay, the arm actually covers up how weird the loincloth looks, so that's good. Okay, so I want to put just like, I was gonna say just a little there, but nah. My finger obviously thinks that a little means a lot. Yes, I realize I'm doing this before putting on the shoulder plates, so that's going to make putting on the shoulder plates way more entertaining. But it'll be fine. Okay. So now, last shoulder plates. There's one plate, and there's the other. It's actually fun, as I need to finish up my Christmas shopping soon. Like, I've got a couple people left to buy for. And kind of want to get some of this stuff done while there's still some good sales going on. Actually have one that's a Secret Santa for an office party that I'm going to. It's like I may not be working there anymore, but they've still at least invited me to come for the Christmas party. So, that's something. Okay, that's all together. Now for the head. That's an arm. That's a blank stick. That's a head. There we go. Course. that didn't actually stick. Sweet. Okay, so now we've got the last two little leg plates, then we've got the exhaust vent covers for these two. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Glue. The glue must flow. Great. So the accelerator must have touched the tip just right. Okay, so we got that one. Then get over here. And then get that one. Good. Okay. Now, for the vents. That one gets a little dab. That one gets a little dab. Ah, nope. Accidentally snapped that free and of course glued the damn vent cover to my finger. Just gotta pull that off completely and then re-glue it. Again, fuck super glue. Stuff works good until it doesn't, and when it doesn't, it's annoying. And I know it feels a little blasphemous to say fuck super glue or I don't like super glue, but it's how I feel. Whew. So it looks like this goes on right about there. Yeah. Put a unhealthy amount of super glue on that spot. And we will put just a little bit of activator on the tip here. And my fingers, because hey, let's give it all the glue, all the activator. Okay. Go ahead and put this guy on a base. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey. You're supposed to be activated. You were supposed to be activated. Just stay standing. Or lay down. I don't care right now. Just work with me. Okay. That's one. Ah, ah, ah. One vinatari. Ah, ah, ah. We have two vinatari. Ah, ah, ah. Three vinatari. No, ah, ah, ah. Na, ah, ah. Oh, you're good. Hope your errand went well. I've just been mildly complaining about how much I absolutely loathe using super glue. Because fuck super glue. Like, just dispense. Where is it blocked, huh? Is there glue left? I know there is. Yeah, it looks like the tube is clear. There we go, there we go. Finally getting some glue again. Fuck super glue. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, super glue is both amazing and horrible at the same time. I mostly try and use it only for magnets, if I can get away with that. But whenever I get Forge World stuff, well, I have to use super glue. This Forge World loves people having to stick their fingers together. I do believe I read somewhere that super glue was actually originally made as like a first aid thing for sealing wounds because like it was very effective at bonding skin. It's either that it was made for that or when it was realized that it was so damn good at bonding to skin, they just went ahead and said, hey, we can use this for medical stuff too. Yeah, just stay there, adhere to the base, and be a good Venatari, okay? And don't stick to my skin, like... Just... try and get this thing to stay. Just stay. Of course, the tiniest amount of glue got on my finger there, so that wants to stick to the model. Look, just stay there. Stay there. Actually, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. We're just gonna put down a nice little bead of glue. We are going to press this into it. And then I am going to hit it with the activator. There. Now you're stuck like that. Okay. That is 1/3 of my Venatari done. And I can't even break down this resin stuff for making sprue goo or anything. Let's see if I have a bag I can throw this in. It's one thing I like about standard models is I can use it to make sprue goo and then I can make cool things out of that. Like, I've been making these little things out of basically just melted down sprues, where these are going to be for bases, so they're like damaged grating and stuff like that. The thought is I can use some of the plastic underneath here to put in some water effects. So it looks like they're fighting, or the models are on top of like a sewer grate or something like that. Fighting in an underhive herb world. Or whatever weird fantasy thing I can come up with at the time to make it sound somewhat reasonable. Okay, let's open the next box. And I really don't need a second instruction manual, and might as well open up the third. Honestly, chunks of sprue work really great for that. Like, one sec. Let me grab one of my favorite things that I've made recently. It is... got a tiny little mason jar, aka a shot glass from a alcohol company out here that does, quote, moonshine, which it isn't really moonshine because moonshining is illegal, but still. Essentially, this is a jar of sprue goo that I've made. This is just bits of sprue and a solvent called methyl ethyl ketone, and like it is just like pure liquidy runny. You can use this to fill gaps. You can use this to cast stuff if you want. Like, it is wonderful. And the stuff dries super quick. So, like, even now, this stuff is almost, like, you can already see it's starting to get, like, stiff and solid. And, like, yeah, it's already stopped being runny. The stuff is fantastic if you want to make stuff with sprues. I often use this stuff for filling in gaps in models, or for like making cloaks and stuff have a bit more warp to them, or a bit more waviness or something like that. Works really well. I just realized I did not do the 2 vent covers for the last Venatari. No, I did. So they gave one... Ah, no. I didn't do them. Yeah, so... Looks like I might be down 1 vent cover, but... Yeah, looks like I'm just down 1 vent cover. Huh. Dumb. Yep, I plan to use some of the sprue goo that I made there for fixing up my Land Raiders. Because my Land Raider assemblies had some gaps in them that were a little hard to recognize while I was assembling. So by the time I realized that there were gaps, it was like, well, these are already done and I can't really fix these, so what do I do now? Like, I'll probably end up making a little pseudo vent cover for this last guy that is a, quote, damaged vent cover. Or maybe one of these 2 extra boxes will have a spare in it. Like Forge World would ever give anything spare for free. Because I was looking at some of the different Forge World stuff, and it's like, there's so many dumb things. When you bought the Championship of Slanesh box, you got 28 40mm bases instead of 13. And you got 2032 bases. Huh. That's silly. Yeah. Okay. A pile of Forge World. So I'm doing one more set of 3 of these guys. So I need 3 more spears. So let's do 1 more A, 1 more B, and 1 more C. So there's those 3. Just slide the stuff to the side. Here's some chests. Here's some heads. More wings. More wings. Okay, here's an A. Here's a C. Here's a B. More buckler pieces. Shoulders. More pistols. Shoulders. More of these little doohickeys, the little vent covers. Shoulders. These are the specific shoulders. More arms. We have a C. More guns. More of those. We have a B. So both B torso front backs. We don't need these spears, so I'm going to set them off to the side. So I can find uses for the spears. My big hope is that whenever they update or bring out the 11th edition, that all of my Forge World stuff that I've made isn't just immediately removed from the game. Because that is always frustrating. It's like, let's get people to buy these expensive models. Okay, now that people have bought them, let's go ahead and discontinue them and then no longer support them. It's like, fuck. So, like, I do get some of it because, like, a few things just look outdated as well. But when it comes right down to it, there are some mild annoyances. Like, actually, I was looking at some Forge World stuff, and I was looking at the, I think it's the Custodes grav tank for the Custodes. That one's super popular in all the tournament lists. That sucks. Yeah, I was looking at the Custodes, and it's like, okay, that looks like it's a strong unit. The problem that I have with it is it doesn't look like any other Custodes unit. Like, it looks so far out of left field for Custodes and Imperium. It's like, how long is this even going to be continued? Because it's just so out there. Now, if you want something that's a funny thing that I know is no longer allowed, like it's not even a Legends unit anymore, I got a Slith. Like, completely useless now. I have 3 of these guys. Half tempted to just put them up on eBay and sell them, because someone might want them. I got them because I think it was in 8th edition I was playing Harlequins, and they were able to be brought in as a allied unit for the Harlequins. Okay, so we have those. Now we have Torso A, or Front A, I suppose. We have Shoulder A. Then we have Head A. What else goes with this guy? These are C plates. These are B plates. Those are B plates. And these are A plates? Yeah. These are A plates. Okay. A plates. So now we just need the weapon, which this is a C spear. This is a spear. They are neat looking models. I will give them that. Okay, then we've got 2 wings. Okay. Still over here, like, every now and again, just reaching up and chewing off a little bit of the glued skin, just because I can't stand the feel of my skin when it gets the super glue on it. Okay, good. Or actually, a fun unit that I was working on a while back was for my Tau. I think it was the 9. They released in one of the supplements a Lord of War in 8th edition for the Tau called the 9, where it was Commander Farsight and his retinue. And it was like each one of them had a enhancement, each one of them had relics and stuff like that, and if you were to play all of the models individually, then it would have been a higher points cost to actually run all of the models than running them as the 9. So So I have a few battle suits set up in weird configurations for the 9 that I normally wouldn't run. Like, I'm normally not much into the flamers for most armies, especially for Tau, because I don't like my Tau getting close enough to use flamers in most cases. And it's really silly because I have the devil's luck when it comes to rolling for saves and wounds and attacks. But with flamers, I fizzle out. I don't do well with rolling on flamer attacks. Which is silly. Especially silly because my next army that I'm going to be working on is either going to be Death Guard. That way I can have a bit of a palate cleanser from the clean and gold of the Custodians. Or Sisters of Battle. Which, hilariously, will be a flamer-heavy army. Go from the bodyguards of the Emperor to the brides of the Emperor. Yeah, I need a loincloth A. Yep. The thing with my sisters is most of that army is already complete, so I don't have but just a couple boxes of things to assemble, which is where the, like, big appeal for them comes from at the moment, because I just have to assemble and paint a handful of models with them. Where Death Guard, most of my Death Guard are assembled, but only a few of them are painted. Most of them are just primed. I feel like the Sisters would be the quick win, and the Death Guard would be more of the nice, refreshing palate cleanse. Which, trust me, saying it like that is funny, because saying Death Guard is refreshing. It's like, yeah, we are talking about the same Death Guard, right? Yes, yes. Papa Nurgle's finest. Ooh. Scythes of the Emperor. I've heard that name. Don't know that chapter, though. Eh. Minotaur, you lost your loincloth. Now it's stuck to my hand. It's like, why is your loincloth sticky? Yellow chest plate with black armor everywhere else. Okay. Stardies 2. I have not seen that. I have heard of it, though. Okay. Let's just let this hold. And we'll start working on B. Okay. Then so we have that piece, that piece. Now we need B chest. Yeah. In my head, I was just sitting here thinking, like, man, getting old sucks. Don't recommend it. Though there aren't really many good alternatives. Want to buy Eternal Youth. Paying 1 gold. Have I not snipped off? I haven't snipped off any of these. Okay. That's why there's still 6 of these. Pretty much the only Space Marine chapters I have a bit of familiarity with are the Dark Angels, specifically for their Raven Wing, and the Death Watch. Which that one still made me laugh because what got me into Space Marines were the Death Watch, and I managed to pick the only, like, Space Marine faction that is just all elite. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, how effective are they? When I first got them? Not even. Like, when I first got them in 8th edition, it was like, these guys kind of suck. Like, they're playable, but you ran higher points than every other chapter, for basically the same firepower. Maybe a little more. Now, Deathwatch seems like it's in a pretty good spot. Like, the kill teams are actually decently strong. A little bit too complicated to run at times because, like, I prefer units that have mostly similar weapon profiles across the board. That way I can just roll everything all at once. Whereas with kill teams, it's like, okay, so I have, like, my Fortis kill teams have 2 of the missile launchers. They have... Come on. Glue. Work with me. Work with me, Glue. They have, I think it's 4 plasma incinerators. And basically it's like just this mix of weapon types that it plays well. It does good. Map. Torso. Stay together. Stay together. I said stay together. You do not have my permission to fall apart. Stay. Fine. I'm gonna hit you with the accelerator, because fuck you. There. Now you're stuck like that. Yeah, it's like... One sec. I don't like leaving my statements half finished there. For my Death Guard or Death Watch, like Fortis kill teams. Yeah, usually I have 3 of them with bolt rifle, or 4 of them with bolt rifles total, 2 grenade launchers, 4 plasma incinerators, and then 2 of them with super frag rocket launchers, or 1 of them with a super frag and 1 of them with a Venger. It's like very effective unit, and it's like 200 points or something like that. If you actually ran all of the units that were a part of it, then it's actually more expensive to run them separately. So, quite decent. And I've noticed that all of the Deathwatch kill teams now, they don't have, like, bolt rifle for the intercessors. They have Deathwatch bolt rifles. And the Deathwatch bolt rifles actually have a +1 strength and AP over a standard bolt rifle, which can definitely catch people off guard because you don't exactly expect that Deathwatch bolt rifle to smack quite as hard as it does. Though you still need regular intercessors to get the sticky objectives. It's actually one of the things that's a little annoying running the not Deathwatch, but the Custodes the other day, I found that I don't think there's actually any Custodes that have sticky objectives. I think you have to go Sisters of Silence to get those. Okay. There's his shoulders done. Now, let's get these wings on him. Get in there and stay in there. Okay. It's pretty good. Now we'll go ahead and get this other guy. Get him done. Nope, his head's the wrong way. There we go. There. Head is on right. Gammon. Okay. One shoulder plate there. And another shoulder plate there. Now to get his wings. I should have brought some, or got some Red Bull for this stream or something. Like, yeah. Making Venatari with Red Bulls. Because Red Bull gives you wings. I think Red Bull actually got sued over that slogan at some point. Someone claimed it was false advertising, saying that they drank Red Bull and it did not, in fact, give them wings. It's like, seriously, it's a puff, or was it a puff, or I forget what the exact term is they use for it. It's like, yeah, this is a statement that any reasonable person would not actually believe. Like, very clearly, you are not a reasonable person if you believe this. Get back here. No. No. Why'd the wing have to fall glue side down onto my palm? There. Nope, still not on. Thank you. So glad that you're working with me, Mr. Vinatari. I'm gonna hit you with the accelerator if you keep this up. Fact. Screw you. Accelerate. Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah. Hate the smell of the accelerant. I'm gonna be cleaning glue off my fingers for days. Okay, now on to C. C. Yeah, that is straight. Okay. Looked at the spear and thought for a second it looked a little warped. Which I've definitely had Forge World models come warped. Mildly frustrating when that happens. Okay. So I suppose I should go ahead and do these leg plates as well before I forget which one is which. But I won't forget. Like, I'm smart. Okay, got that there. Now, where'd the last neat shoulder plate go? That there. Wouldn't have put it far from where I've been working. Here it is. So that should be all of these. Still literally just biting off little bits of glued on skin. Not gonna stop doing that for a while. Okay. Bits. Trying to get these guys done so I can move on to the last bit of Forge World stuff that I have, because I have 2 more units of Forge World after I finish with the Venatari. I have my Forge World Telemann Heavy Dreadnought. Then I have my Alaris Fire Spikes. I have 2 units of Fire Spikes and 1 Telemann Heavy Dreadnought. This is also one of the problems with when I bought these things. Some of these were actually kind of meta. I don't think that the Venatari have ever been meta, but I saw them and was like, hey, I could use some fast-moving guys. Like, I used some Virtus Praetors in my game the other day with my friend, and those actually really surprised me. I knew that they were going to be decent, but they actually held up really, really well, did a lot of damage, and were actually quite a threat on the field. Just the fact that they could dart around and absolutely wreck whatever they wanted, then get in close and absolutely destroy units holding objectives. It was like, okay, these guys, they earned their points values. And the Land Raider was just silly. My opponent put so many shots into that thing at the start of the game. Like, he literally dedicated 3 Ravagers to it for the entire game and never took it down. Like, it wasn't until, like, turn 5 that he got it to 1 wound. And it's like, okay, yeah, this thing has just been a thorn in your side the entire game. And you finally managed to hurt it, and you didn't even manage to kill it. I fucked up with it a bit, though, because I split its fire too many times, where I could have literally just focused all of its fire into one thing per turn and obliterated things. But oh well. Live, learn, lose, die, etc. I feel like I put the wrong arm there. Let me snip off the other C. Yeah, this C fits better. Let me make sure that I at least clean up the back of that arm, because I'm pretty sure that's going to fuck up how the shoulder plate fits on it. There we go. See, this plate goes here. This is his right arm. Yes. This plate goes on this arm. Good. Now we've got his two wings. Okay, very good. Oh, thought that wing and more set. Thought that wing and more set. Okay, those wings are at least in, so hit it with the accelerant. Good. So those should stay, though his head looks like it did not actually get enough glue on it. Sweet. So we'll just go ahead and put a little drop in there. If this will actually let me get a drop. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. That'll work. Okay. Now we know he is C. These are leg plates for C. Right. These are more C plates. These are B plates. B is in the middle. Then we have A plates coming up. A plates. A is on the far left. Yes. Good. Fun. It's always fun to get notifications and updates on my oldest nibbling. I say nibbling because they are currently in the undecided process of male or female, transitioned from female to male, but is now considering detransitioning. So it's like, okay, what do you want to be called? Well, you don't want to be he, she, or they, so fuck it, I'll just use the old term nibbling for the child of a sibling. But yeah, just got an update that they are opening their first checking account so they can get direct deposits from their work now. Always fun to get good updates. Oh. Alright, put on the A plates. I didn't remember putting on the A plates, but hey, that's cool. I'm glad I did it. Okay, let's go ahead and get a little accelerant on that connector point. There we go. Well, actually good. Still had enough glue on it that it was able to bond. Oh, that actually kind of came out with a cool, like, dynamic pose for him. Okay, I like. Okay. Number 4. Okay. Oh, so that should be bonded. Yep. Now, a little bit on the bottom. Little accelerator will lock it in. That's number 5. Finally, on to number 6. There we go. Got some accelerator on his connector. Good. Okay. Now then, nice little bit of glue on the base. And accelerate. That is 6. So that is squad 1 done. Now for the kinetic destroyers and shields. Okay. Gonna lay this back down so it at least keeps the glue in place. Okay, so this is C. We're starting with C, so might as well get all the C pieces. Okay, got that. Now, so I'm doing the bucklers for these guys. Maybe, where's the Thetarge? I'm guessing it's this one. Considering these are A and B, so this has to be it. Okay. Then I assume that that means that we're going to need gun C. Well, obviously we need gun C. Gun C. That is a really cool pistol they have. I remember when I first bought these guys, I think their pistols were actually sitting at like 3 damage a pop or something like that. They were higher than the standard Guardian Spear. And then as soon as 9th or 10th hit, it's like, nope, 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 nope. These guys are now 1 damage pistols. Just sitting there going, you filthy motherfuckers, tuning it back so much. After I bought 9 of these guys and wanted to make them all pistol guys. I mean, I suppose at least I hadn't assembled them all to be pistoliers. Because then I would have been very disappointed. The big problem that I had with actually getting to play was, well, too busy with work. So, used all the money I was making at the time to keep buying more and more and more and more models. Until finally, I now have time. Yay! Yay! I've got time. So I've already bought everything. It's not like I need the money to buy more stuff. You know, except for the fact that I still buy stuff, you know. As the mild lunatic that I am. Okay. Got those. That's a weird way for him to hold this gun. Like, that is definitely the right side up, too. So he's holding his gun kind of in this weird, like, pose. Okay. If it works, I guess. Thing is, I could use one of the other guns. I think I think I will go ahead and use the appropriate C to C. Just looks strange. So it might look right whenever he's fully assembled. Yeah, I could see that being decent, like if he's looking down and shooting people. More like in the picture he's doing that. Like the gun is kind of up. Yeah. Come on. Go together. Okay. Have that. Then he has his buckler. Damn it. I feel like I almost need to have like a welding, not a welding, but a soldering iron holder for this to hold it at like the right angle to keep the glue from like flowing back in, so it's stupid hard to put glue on the model again. Okay. Then this one goes on this shoulder. Yep. Okay. And we can have him kind of looking like he's looking down where he's shooting. Or at least looking in the direction of his gun. Okay. Glue. Yeah. That's kind of cool. So he's just jetpacking around, raining down bullets on people below. For the Emperor, of course. Okay. It's like it's not even actually making contact in there. So let's give it a little bit more. Come on. Give me that glue. I forgot to put on his loincloth. There we go. That's C completed. Or at least assembled. So now we're moving on to B. There's my snips. Her wings. So are these the B plates? Yes, these are the B plates. Okay, then we have the B, actually, not that one. We want this one. Yes. B shield. Be gun. Be gun! Okay. Got all of these things here, so let's go ahead and start on the cleaning, then the gluing. Okay, fits together nice. Let's move the accelerant out of the way for the moment. Go. That. Now for the legs. Okay. So now we have this arm here. Legs fell out. We'll accelerate it. There. Legs and torso are now locked. Let's see here. Yeah. So that arm will be about like that. Come on, give me some glue. Me trying to take a crap in a restroom when someone's talking super loud. Just like, nope, nope, not happening, not happening.
Come on. There we go.
Wait, I need to get the shoulder plates on first. I remember that did not work well when I forgot to do that. Okay. Right shoulder on. Left shoulder on. I do like how the shoulder kind of goes right to the edge of the buckler. Makes it feel like it actually does make sense to protect the body. So many times it just doesn't feel like the armor makes sense. Like, I know it doesn't have to make sense, but still, it feels weird when it's like, okay, so you've got this awesome looking armor, and it really doesn't seem like it would work for anything. Okay. Oh, just more posts from my sister. Or more notifications from my sister. It sounds like Rue is probably about ready to go out again. She's starting to stir. I at least want to get this last Venatari glued up before I take a break. Okay, got that. Then one last model. And get them on their flight sticks when I get done walking. Actually, I don't need that arm. I need this arm. Then we have this buckler. Buckler. So we need wings. What's up, Rue? Don't worry, pup. I'm almost done here. As soon as I finish up with this, we're gonna be going out. Yep, take you out for your little walk. You always like going out on walks. I already snipped off the A plates. That's why I couldn't find them. Yep, so if you just hang tight for a few more minutes, Rue, we will be going out here very, very shortly. Yep, very, very shortly. Okay, one chest. I'm going to be wrapping up my stream here very shortly because little Miss Rue is quite demanding. And she got heavily ignored yesterday because of all the Warhammer, so I figure it's kind of the least I can do to her to make it up today. Yesterday she got left home alone because of me going out and playing Warhammer for like 5 hours with a friend, and then she got left home alone again because I went to a neighborhood holiday party where sadly they have cats. Otherwise she could have come to join, but she does not like cats. And she would have tried to murder his, like, 14-year-old cat, which is, you know, less than ideal to maintain friendships. So she wound up being alone basically all but maybe 1 or 2 hours yesterday. I was like, yeah, we are going to try and make sure that today she gets more of my time. Ain't that right, Rue? Yeah, you've been getting a lot of my time today. Yes, you have. She's a good, sweet pup. Unless there's a cat, then she turns into a little ball of murder rage. And I would prefer not to cultivate that side of her. Okay, that'll work for the head. And we've got the 2 wings. Okay, 1 wing there. And here comes the last. Don't get too comfortable, Rue. She's behind me fluffing up a blanket. Damn. Okay, got that. Now for the last little plate. This will go here. Okay. So now I'm going to, before I go for the walk, I'll go ahead and at least stick these guys on their bases. That way I'm done with that, and all I have to do is these little exhaust vents when I get back. Much smaller task, you know? Okay, spray a little accelerator on each one. Now we can get that flight stick ready to shove right up his ass. I mean, apply to his backside. We didn't get hardly any on there. Come on. Glute, come out. Did I not shave? I did shave that. Okay. There we go. Next flight stick. Yeah, bottom is smooth. Just a tiny little tag on it, but nothing that I'd be super concerned about. There we go. We can get that all nice and glued up before we officially apply that. Okay. Last one. Last one. I'll say it till my dying breath. Fuck resin models. They look cool, but dang, they're annoying. Finicky. Oh, hang on. Don't you go anywhere. Okay. So, with that, I am going to go ahead and call it here so I can go take my little puppy out for her walk. So, I want to thank you all for hanging out. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.